ACT Research is a boutique research shop that's focused on the commercial vehicle industry, primarily in North America, but also on a global basis. Our primary focus is helping the manufacturing base and the investment community understand what's going on in today's commercial vehicle market, as well as where the market is headed in the future.
The performance indicator metrics that the industry focuses on primarily are production and sales. Because of the data flow, we're also able to understand what the backlog of unbuilt trucks is, what the inventory of completed trucks is that has yet to be delivered to the customer. We also collect new orders, order cancellations, and the resultant net orders, which is a very sought after metric in the industry. And then at the end of the entire manufacturing process and the culmination of the transaction is the retail sale. We define the commercial vehicle market based on gross vehicle weight. We include classes 4 through 8 in our definition. In the lighter GVWs, we look at trucks, buses, RVs, and step vans. In the Class 8 market, we segregate that data into trucks, which are work trucks, and then tractors, which are designed to pull trailers and haul freight. So we collect and analyze this data, which ultimately ends up being published in report format for a number of different customer bases. The first and foremost is the truck manufacturers and the suppliers to those manufacturers themselves. They use that data to size the market, to understand both near and longer term direction of the market, and just get a sense of the health of the market in general. A second customer base is the investment community. There are investment companies that either put money into trucking companies themselves, publicly traded trucking companies, or the equipment manufacturers who happen to be publicly traded. So it's important for the analyst community, the industry, or the investment analyst community to understand those same metrics as the participants themselves. What's the current status of the market? What's the direction of the market? What's the next cycle point? And what's the magnitude of that next cycle? All of those things help them to understand the industry and make recommendations for their customers. The reports that ACT Research publishes are used by their customers in a number of different ways. Suppliers to the industry can use them in the short term for tactical purposes, so actually understanding what line rates need to be for manufacturing output, and then that would lead to requirements for materials as well as labor. That tends to be at the planning or, like I said, short-term level. Longer term, if you're considering the forecasting reports, those are more useful for thinking about investment decisions, capital investment decisions. So if the industry, for example, is expected to grow at a very strong rate over that 5-year period, then a company may want to consider making additional investment in their output capabilities. At ACT Research, we have 3 jobs. The first is to understand the current market with our State of the Industry series, forecast the future with our Outlook product, and help customers understand the industry better through custom analysis, white papers, and consulting studies.
The value proposition that ACT Research brings to the table is high quality, on-time data and forecasts that allow our companies to understand short-term market activity as well as a long-term outlook.